Don't you let go when it gets harder.
For those, let me put you in perspective. For those that have seen Toby Mac and the Diverse City Crew 3, 4, 5 times, Shonlock is the guy that's doing backflips. And
in our show now, Toby is, he's like, man, I want you to do your song in the show. And I get only like a couple minutes to do my thing. So during the performance, I do, matter of fact, I start on top of this big 8-foot speaker. And I introduce the song, and then, I sing it. When we get ready to go into the chorus, I do a little backflip off the speaker. So I'm giving away some of the show.
Toby, he's the godfather. He's the guy that knows what will make the people go crazy, and he orchestrates it so.
Yeah, man. So, it's really exciting because being with him for such a long time, he's taught me so much, and it's kind of like he's passing on the baton to me to continue to make that good music, man.
Yeah, well, in Godfather terms, he would be Don Corleone, and then you would be Michael. Let's do envelope 1. Okay, we're going to start easy. Okay, these are going to get very tough in a second. What is, in your mind, the greatest song that Toby Mac ever wrote? That every time you get to do it on stage, you're right next to him, it's like, this is just a great piece of music right here.
City on Our Knees is really big for me. And then Burn For You. So can I only pick one?
Yeah, you can do 2.
Well, we'll go with those 2.
Growing up outside Chicago, pre-Toby Mac days, what was your darkest day living there in Illinois?
Watching my mom struggle with alcohol and things like that. That was one of the hardest things that we had to get through together. I'm happy to say on the other side now that she's doing very well and now is taking other people through the steps of beating that disease.
Awesome. And then you had your own troubles.
In Chicago's land is filled with a lot of gangs. A lot of great things come out of there, but I think in every state you have certain issues, and Chicago is one with a lot of gang violence. And in high school, I had a lot of influence to be involved in some of that activity, and I was drawn to it because of the camaraderie that the guys had, but when I was about to go and join it, really make it official with the gangs, the guy just didn't show up, and he's just like, they knew already that I had something different for my life, and so, it was just amazing how, God kept me from those situations and me on a different course in life, and I'm happy to be here now, doing what I do.
What's one artisty thing that's a pet peeve that you vowed never to do? From artwork to a stage thing to maybe touring to reunion. Like one thing artisty that bugs you, and Shonlock will never do that.
One of the things that sticks out to me is how, of course we they market their products and things like that from the stage. Yeah. A lot of times artists get on stage and they want to tell you, come back to the back and buy my CD. This is what they want to say, but it comes out like this. Hey man, I really appreciate you guys. Had a good time with you guys. I'll be back at the table, just wanted to say hi and meet some of you guys.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, my project is out there. My new record is out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I make a joke out of that, and I'll say I'll do the whole spiel. I'll say, hey, I said, this is a point in the show where I'm supposed to say, hey, I'd love to meet you guys at the back of the show, back at the, at the booth or whatever. Yeah. But really what that means is I need you to buy the CD to help support the ministry.
I think people will appreciate that you're saying it,
Yeah, just being straight up honest with it. What I mean?
I know you now from something in your eyes, but everybody, for years and years is associated. That's one of Toby Mac's boys. Describe that day that you and Toby met in the months or maybe the first 2 years. What was that like?
It depends on where you're talking about us getting together, because I started off working with Grits and everything like that, and ended up moving out to Nashville. We would Toby tells a story like we were just brawling on the basketball court, but we would meet up every Tuesday night at the church, and we play basketball and stuff like that. I doubt we ever really had any run-ins on the court, but Toby, he's...
Oh yeah.
I can't deny we are both very competitive, but yeah, man. So we would meet every Tuesday night on the basketball court. Outside of us playing ball together, I worked with a lot of the bands that were on his label, and he was really digging some of the stuff that I was doing, and he was like, yo, I'm getting ready to do this solo thing. You know, I like what you're doing with these other people. I really want you to, you know, kind of put your stamp on the organization and the choreography of, you know, what we do live on stage. And so
let's go. In nearly a decade of being on the Diverse City crew with Toby Mac, what was the most memorable moment in all of those years that in a heartbeat, it's the first memory that flashes into your mind where that was the biggest day?
The biggest thing was him really announcing that he wanted to keep us on full time, because when we first got the job, we thought this was just going to be, I mean, our first show was in Kingston, Jamaica.
Yeah.
And so we were like, okay, cool, yeah, we'll go. You know what I mean? But we didn't really know if he was going to, you know, keep us around. And, you know, he was doing something different at the time, wasn't getting a whole lot of radio play, and really taking a big chance on such a big production when, you know, he didn't have the support that he normally would have, like with the DC Talk on radio and things like that. You know, it's really just, you know, him letting us know he was in it for the long haul and wanted us to continue to make moves with him.
Now, was that at his house in Franklin, or was that out to dinner? Did he stand up? He stand up on a chair?
No, man. We were actually out on Festival Candidos.
Yeah.
You know, so we were doing tours and shows back to back. But he has a way of doing that too. He won't tell you, you know, that you're in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He'll just leave you hanging, and so you know you're pins and needles. He did the same thing to our guitar player. Yeah.
See, now you need to learn from. And now that you're the Godfather's prodigy, you're picking up his ways, and then one day it'll be passed on to True Dog.
Yeah, definitely.
It's all new. The Q 90.1.